the devil. I stand for all that is bad.
Guys, I just realized something so sinister, right? Remember Cartoon Network, Boomerang, and all the peak shows like Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Test, Ben 10, all those shows were sinister. Character called Him was like the weirdest character ever because his name is Him, but then again he is very flamboyant, like in the way he's acting, so we don't really know his gender, right? So Him would classify him as a transgender person, right? And in the series, the Powerpuff Girls, he was like very sinister, very evil. People were scared of him. Like Him was the biggest villain there. Not Mojo Jojo, but Him. And now Him is being portrayed as a transgender person, but they were conditioning us to believe that transgender people are evil because Him is being depicted by evil person, right? So they were like making it socially acceptable to think, okay, transgender people, they're basically evil, right? And I'm not trying to hate on transgender people or anything like that, but the way the show depicted Him and stuff like that, it makes you question a lot of things. And we grew up watching this, the Powerpuff Girls, right? And we enjoyed it, we loved it, but then we didn't know that we were being conditioned slowly but surely. And do you guys also remember watching Cow and Chicken? Cow and Chicken was also a very sinister show, but I loved it personally as a kid. It was like one of my top 5 shows growing up. So Cow and Chicken, there was a character called the Red Guy. The Red Guy was depicted as, again, he was a devil, right? So they made it socially acceptable for us to think that, okay, seeing the devil is something normal, right? Because if you can think about this, these cartoons, they never really spoke about God, but we always saw the devil, right? We saw the devil more often than not, and this slowly conditioned us to believe, oh, all right, seeing the devil is something normal, right? And this character from Cow and Chicken and also from Iron Weasel, he was the bad guy, right? And he was naked. So another thing, they were promoting pornography in Cow and Chicken because now we're seeing a red guy with a big butt and he's the devil, and it became normal because us growing up, right, as a kid, when you see someone's butt, you'll feel disgusted. You'll be like, oh no, that's disgusting. But now they showed this in a cartoon form, and anything that's shown in a cartoon form is becoming socially acceptable because there's no harm to it. But there was a lot of harm to what they did to us, right? And us seeing the devil so many times as a kid, it conditioned every one of us, especially if you watched Cow and Chicken. And guys, think about this. The best way to push an agenda or narrative to the society is via cartoons, right? To the youth. Because now, if you show what you want to push in a cartoon form, you're conditioning a kid, and parents won't be like, oh no, you're not supposed to watch this, right? Like we have a thing of, when you watch a cartoon, it's harmless, right? And the elites, they thought about this to a point where they're like, you know what, we can push our agendas to the youth, because if you do this, right, to the youth, they'll grow up thinking that whatever they were watching, like on cartoons, is acceptable, and they'll pass it down to the next generation, to their kids, right? And it's going to be a never-ending cycle, and this way it's just going to mess up the society, because right, already society is messed up as it is. And now cartoons that are shown now to the young kids now, it's trying to push agendas that we're only gonna see in 10, 20 years time. And it's just crazy, man. Like also watching Dragon Ball, right? Dragon Ball, you'll think that, man, it's the coolest anime ever. Like, you see Goku transforming into Super Saiyan, and now there's even Super Saiyan God. It means that if you train hard enough, you can become a god, right? And now they're normalizing this thing, and they're kind of like dissolving the word God, because now they're saying that, if you put your mind to everything, anyone can become a god. That's what they're trying to push. Also, the character Tien, right, the guy with the third eye, this guy was basically, depicting the secret society, because now why does this guy have a third eye, and why is he human, right? And he was also showing this triangle and all those conspiracy theory things that we grew up listening to and watching. So also the show Dragon Ball, right, it had a lot of questionable things, and like we shouldn't watch, like nowadays the media that we consume, we should think like beyond. We should be like, okay, what kind of character is Goku trying to portray? Because Goku and Superman, right, if you can think about it, they have the same characteristics. Now, I'm not saying they've got the same powers, but they've got the same characteristics. But then they also have the potential of becoming evil. Because if you watch the latest Dragon Ball Super, there was Goku Black, right? And Goku Black was an evil guy, right? Obviously he was not Goku, but it showed that even the good guys in today's society, they can also become evil. The end message of this video is be careful what you let your kids or your younger siblings watch on television, because cartoons are the best way to pass on an idea to the younger generation and to contaminate their minds. So just be careful of what they're watching on television. And if you enjoyed this week's upload, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to continue watching my video, click on the video that the algorithm is suggesting. And if you haven't subscribed, just click on my icon, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.